Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a 2024 Ram Rebel. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Large Miller Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a 5.7 liter Hemi V8 that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 22 on the highway, with power outputs being 395 horsepower and then 410 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this video, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see the vents there on either side, and then we have our 1500 Hemi e-torque badge here on the side as well. And then coming down below, we've got the upgraded LED headlights here with the Rebel. We also have fog lights down below, parking sensors here at the bottom with tow hooks, and notice how the skid plate's blacked out. Same thing with the Ram logo there in the center. And so putting it all together, the contrast between the black and the white looks really sharp. Now, coming on the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275 70 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels completely blacked out and really chunky all-terrain tires. And then you guys can see we've got Bilstein shocks. We also have these chunky fender flares, Ram logo on the side, and then notice the mirror caps, the door handles, and the side steps are all blacked out. And then we have that Rebel decal on the back. And then here's your full side view with the Rebel. You guys can see the stance here. It's pretty even front to rear. Now, taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We got the tailgate drop down, remote start, and then the Ram logo on the back. Now, popping into the bed, with this particular Rebel, there's nothing that's really too exciting. Doesn't really have any of the bed features, but it's a bed. It's 5 feet 7 inches, so yeah. Anyways, lifting up the tailgate, pretty light. And then you guys can see the Ram logo, Rebel badge, 4x4 badge, and then you got the blacked out taillights, well, the center cap at least. And then you guys can see the exhaust tips there at the bottom. And putting it all together, again, I love the contrast between the black and the white on this. Now, taking a look at the door panel here, you guys can see that we've got this cool kind of mix of materials. So you've got this trim here, and then you've got another trim piece that kind of wraps around, and then soft touch here, and then also down below. And then we have tons of storage at the bottom. And then this one has the upgraded leather seats. You can see perforated all down the center portion. Nice stitching as well. And then storage underneath the seat. And then you guys can see with the ice buckets on top of that. Now, legroom back here is really good. We also have a little storage pocket. Got some cup holder action right there. Vents on either side, heated seats in the rear, USBs, we've got a full power outlet, and then headroom back here is good. Now, taking a look at the front door panel, it's soft touch here at the top and then also down below. Same design as the back. Notice the front two windows are automatic. You've got power folding mirrors, memory seats as well, and then there's a quick look at the mirrors. And while we're over here, let's look at payload, 1,284 pounds. Now, taking a look at the front seat, again, perforated all down the center, and of course got the Rebel decal right there. Light controls right here, notice with the fog light and the cargo light, pedal adjustment right there, parking brake, and then the steering wheel is manually adjustable. Now, taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see perforated on either side so you can get a good grip. Radio controls on the back. We also have cruise control, gear limiter, controls for the center stack, phone controls as well, and then you have your turn signal windshield wiper stock. Now, taking a look at the gauge cluster, you can see this comes with a full digital gauge cluster, which has a pretty cool look overall. And you've got the analog view and then the digital view, which is fun to switch between. Now, in reverse, this one just has a regular backup camera. Resolution on it's really good though. And then this one has the 12-inch display, so analog climate controls on either side, analog radio controls as well, and then at the bottom you have controls for the parking sensors, your tow haul mode, stability control, and then trailer brake controls. We have the shortcut bar here at the bottom, and overall response time of the screen is pretty good. It does take a second for some things to load up. You notice that we've got heated seats and a heated steering wheel, no cooled seats. This comes with the dial shifter. Interesting that it doesn't have the advanced four-wheel drive system, four-wheel high and four-wheel low, no four-wheel auto. Got your auto stop start, off-road cruise control, axle lock as well, and then you can see a little storage space there. Got some USBs, and then this moves backwards and forwards. Wireless phone charging pad is in that area as well, and then there's a full power outlet down below. But yeah, I like the slide feature on this. And then nice padding here in the center console. Got a USB inside. You can see the whole setup right here, and obviously got the storage in the back too. Soft touch trim on the dash, and you can see with the Harman Kardon sound system there, and then Rebel down below in the glove box. And this has a double glove box, so you got the bottom and the top, which is kind of a fun little feature. And then this one has the rear view camera mirror as well. And then we do have a power sliding rear window. And last but not least, panoramic sunroof. So it's quite a bit of glare, so it's gonna be hard to see the window sticker, but $57,800 is the base MSRP, and this one has quite a few packages on it. After all options, $75,460 is the total MSRP. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood, and hoping you can see the heads-up display. Both the mirrors, throughout the rest of the rear, and let us set off in the Ram Rebel. So, always exciting to review a Rebel because this Rebel was the first pickup truck that I ever owned on the channel. I first owned a 2018, and then I traded that for a 2019. And the 2019 is actually the first truck that most people know of me owning, because that truck got a lot of followers back in the day. But first setting off, well, I gotta pull this out a little bit. It's comfortable. I've always been a fan with how the Rebel drives. The all-terrain tires, you know, they're really beefy, and so they kind of act as like a secondary shock absorber, and so it helps out the ride quality quite a bit. And on top of that, you know, the new Ram, the DT, right? I shouldn't say new, because at this point it's not exactly new, right? Back in 2018 was the first time that you could actually get one of these. But yeah, it's still like the platform's held up very well over time. It feels really good. I mean, I would say it still feels a little bit more comfortable than some of the GM trucks. And Ford as well, but I mean, another part of that's the multi-link setup in the back. Helps out quite substantially. And aside from that, the seats are really comfortable with this. I still honestly prefer the mesh seats. That's just my personal kind of take. I think that, I don't know, for some reason, whenever an automaker does like little inserts in a seat, it just seems to be more comfortable than just full-on leather like what this has. Not sure where that is, but that's just what it is. Good torque, strong. Has a nice sound to it as well. Let's see what, oh yeah, that's great. So, you know, kept things off here with the Rebel. Obviously, I kind of know a little bit about this truck, having owned one back in the day. I think it still looks really cool. I think, again, like this interior and everything's held up really well over time. It's still, like, not only does it still feel, you know, premium in today's market, I think that it just a nice place to be, and it's super usable. I still think this is the best center console in the truck industry. Like, I wish Ford and Chevy would just like swallow their pride and copy Ram. I don't know, maybe Ram has like a patent so they can't, but it'd be cool if they kind of because I mean, this is such a good center console design. Aside from that, 75,000 bucks, it's crazy. That's more than the original base MSRP of the TRX. When the TRX first came out, it stickered, like the base price was like 70 grand. Obviously that's a TRX with no options, but still, like, it's just crazy how expensive Rebels are now when you get them with some options. It's a far cry from the base 50, you know, high 50 MSRP. So anyways, let me know what you guys think about the Rebel. And I think that, you know, with the features and everything this has, I think it might be worth getting a Rebel over a Laramie in today's market, because they kind of decontented the Laramie, so it makes the Rebel look like a little bit of a better value.